Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, September 10, 2021. The Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, is now recommending COVID-19 vaccinations for pregnant women after their first trimester, as well as mothers who are breastfeeding. PAHO Director Dr. Carissa Etienne announced the recommendation during the organization's COVID-19 digital briefing on Wednesday.
COVID vaccines approved by WHO are safe to administer during pregnancy and are a critical tool to protect expectant mothers during this pandemic. Vaccines have another advantage. As a mother breastfeeds, she passes immunity to her baby. So COVID-19 vaccines can also help protect newborns from the virus.
PAHO's director says pregnant women who contract COVID-19 have a higher risk of developing serious symptoms, face a higher risk of premature delivery, and more frequently require ventilation and intensive care. So far, more than 270,000 pregnant women in the Americas have become sick with COVID, and more than 2,600 or 1% of those infected have died from the virus. Dr. Etienne points out that in Mexico, where pregnant women have been getting the inoculation, none of the vaccinated persons succumbed to the virus during pregnancy. At the same time, she is encouraging pregnant women to adhere to public health measures, including the wearing of masks, maintaining physical distance, and limiting contact with people outside of their households. Minister of Education Fable Williams says more than 40,000 students have so far received their first dose of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. Minister Williams tells JIS News that the vaccine take-up by students is going very well. The ministry is targeting a vaccination rate of at least 65% to facilitate a resumption of face-to-face classes. In support of this, more school plants are being added as vaccination sites, and stakeholders, such as school nurses, are being trained to administer the vaccine.
We are going to be rolling out many sites for the vaccination. We know that you know the ground, you know the parents, and you know the students, and you're going to get them to the various sites so that we can get up the numbers and to be able to be back in the face-to-face environment again. We've had many town hall meetings with you, and we know that you want to be back in the face-to-face environment with your students on your school ground and your teachers, and I know that we'll continue to work together.
She says that for those students who are not vaccinated, the ministry will continue to offer all remote learning modalities, especially for children under age 12 for whom no vaccine has yet been approved. The education minister is also urging school administrators, teachers, and other personnel who work in the school environment to get vaccinated. CEO of the Passport Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, Andrew Winter, says the agency is in support of recommendations being put forward for the implementation of a national border security policy and strategy. Among them is establishing a fully staffed and equipped unit to manage the process and having the appropriate technology infrastructure in place.
We see that over the next few years, based on emerging technology, things are going to make a paradigm shift. There's already talk about a digital travel document. In other words, your passport will no longer be a physical document, but might be a digital travel credential. Our policy has to speak to that.
Mr. Winter was speaking on Wednesday at the opening of a 3-day retreat for stakeholders on the policy. Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Floyd Green says plans are on track for the opening of limited entry commercial fishery for sea cucumbers. Priority dates for the season were established during a sea cucumber fishery licensing policy framework session held at the ministry this week. Minister Green says applications for the sea cucumber fishery are set to open on Monday, September 20, and the season will run from October to March for 3 consecutive years. This, he says, will protect the sea cucumber spawning period. According to the National Fisheries Authority, NFA, sustainable resource use and the management of the sea cucumber fishery will rely on the establishment of total allowable catches and the allocation of individual fishing quotas. In his May 2021 sectoral presentation in Parliament, Minister Green said it was anticipated that Jamaica could sustainably produce more than 30 tons of wet weight per year for sea cucumber, with significant US dollar export earning potential. The NFA will be embarking on a sensitization campaign in the upcoming weeks on the new sea cucumber fishing season and fishery management. And finally, the Jamaica Association for the Deaf, JAD, is now accepting registration for its Jamaican Sign Language JSL course. Persons who have already completed Level 1 of the JSL course may register for Level 2, which is scheduled to be held on September 27. Those wishing to pursue Level 1 should register for either September 30 or October 2. Director of the association's Business Development Division, Denise Badreau, says Jamaican Sign Language is a valuable tool and asset to have both professionally and personally. The JSL course offers 10 hours of real-time instructions, as well as unlimited access to online resources and hours of facilitated self-study. Interested persons may call 876-970-1778-9 or send an email to learnsign@jamdef.org.jm for information on the fees and registration process. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.